And we're back with the Dive Bar podcast. Joe Robbie, that's a really good freeze right there.
Yeah, that's solid.
Dude, dude, you actually got me right there. I was actually pretty concerned that you were actually frozen. That was really good.
We weren't even blinking.
I was like shaking, and I was like, "Can they tell I'm shaking?"
No, that was really good. 30 episodes. 30 episodes. 3 decades of episodes. But
boys, the road to 100, boys. The road to 100.
Thanks for rocking with us, everybody.
Thanks for being here. You know, built ourselves a little following here, and we appreciate everybody in the chat section blowing us up, whether they're cracking jokes, making fun of me or Bobby's haircut. Doesn't matter. Don't do that. It's mean. But we're back. We're after a huge. This is a big win. You know, this is a big win. Man. You know, losing record doesn't matter. You know, we still won, which we usually do. Eric loves that line so much.
If I had a nickel, I'd be rich, like Joe Robbie rich.
You can't be that rich. That's impossible.
I wish I was Joe Robbie rich.
If you were Joe Robbie rich, you could show up as 6'13". 7'13". Sorry.
And just for everybody, real quick, because T. Lee asked how my pup is, so I almost didn't make it tonight, which is why we were kind of late. So it's a difficult situation because basically, as I told you guys, we took him to surgery and then they found the growth in the adrenal gland. And the adrenal gland was a surprise to the surgeon, but he didn't realize that the doctors at my wife's facility, because my wife has a hospital and a pet resort as well. So at her resort, they've been giving him ultrasounds for 3 years, and they tied it all together. So this growth has actually been there for 3 years. So now we're at the point where we like collected his pee and we're testing for cancer in the adrenal gland because we already know the stomach one isn't. And long story short, we're debating whether, even if it's cancerous, whether to just kind of leave it because the surgery is so rough and just take the stomach one out because that's an easier procedure, and just kind of naturally trying to do what we can for him, because we're not going to put him on chemo either because you just lose your dog. So it's tough, man. It's just been tough for me. But I'm here with the boys, though.
Hey, DJ's in the background right now, like, what the fuck did I get into?
Yeah, sorry, I had to give the update real quick. I apologize. Bring me up. Let's get this thing rolling. No more negativity.
Everybody keep Bruiser in your thoughts and prayers. Hope for good news. But let's kick this thing off. Bruiser's the man, by the way. All right, here we go.
Before we get kicked off, let me say this. DJ covers the Texans, and he used to cover the Jets, but he's a Miami boy, Dolphins fan, Tua guy. So y'all know, show my man some respect. Yeah, he can't help where he works.
Don't come with the nonsense. All right, here we go. Or come with extra nonsense. Fuck it. It's Victory Tuesday. Let's ride.
I'm putting the helmet on as always.
The opportunity is right now.
Terrific defensive play. Intercepted. Off the block. Tua on the move. Going deep. Speed race. He's got Hill. He's got Hill. The Dolphins have recaptured the lead.
Oof. We're back. You know, the video brings us back, especially after win. DJ Bien-Aime. He is the Houston Texans ESPN reporter, but even more important than that, he is a huge Dolphins fan. DJ, how are we doing tonight?
Doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm just happy to talk some Dolphins Texans. It's going to be an interesting game, to say the least.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game. And, you know, we're going into this game as like you have to win or else, you know, we're out of playoffs. But the Texans, they need this game too. You know, they've been kind of on a little slide right here. CJ was producing super early in the season and, you know, a little bit of a slide coming off the bye week. Maybe they get some things right. But for me, I kind of like playing a team coming off the bye week. I feel like all that rest and relaxation, that huge break kind of puts a gap between that physical piece in the game.
Yeah, I actually don't think you're off kilter there. They did need it more from a mental standpoint because they had been going so hard since mid-July in terms of you know, like no breaks, just straight football. They've been going since mid-July because they had the Hall of Fame game, and they started training camp like 10 days before everybody else.
You got to introduce the pup. You got to introduce the pup.
Oh boy.
Dogs welcome, baby. Dogs welcome. Is that golden doodle or labradoodle?
Golden.
Got a
Golden.
miniature or petite?
I would say miniature because petite. If he's not a because petites look tiny.
Yeah,
He's a mini.
not
He's
tiny.
not full. Yeah. So,
That's a
but
good boy.
yeah. So he's a good boy. But yeah. So
Hell yeah.
but yeah. So the Texans, they got like that mental break, and they got a little bit healthier, not that much healthier. But they could get one of the better linebackers back. But he hasn't played football all year. He's kind of in like that Bradley Chubb situation, ish. Not to the same extent because Bradley tore his ACL last year, but he hasn't played in any football since the playoff game against the Ravens. Christian Harris, he hasn't played any football since then.
Bama
Even
boy.
training camp, yeah, he didn't make it through training camp, so he's kind of been on the shelf for a minute. But we'll see how things look in that regard. I'm not really too sure how much better they'll be because they do have some like structural flaws. Like most teams, like no team is perfect. But I don't think like the bye can fix some of that. I think in reality, it's just giving them a mental reset.
Yeah, so let's get like right into it. Like we'll get a quick overview of the game. Like DJ, what are you looking for out of the Texans on the offensive side of the ball this coming Sunday?
I'm just curious to see how they handle one, can they run on early downs to like give CJ okay, right now I believe if it's still that number, he leads the league in third and long dropbacks. And he's really struggled against too high this year. For various reasons, whether it's whether it's the pressure, whether it's because the O-line has been shaky this year, whether it's him trying to force the ball down the field because he actually leads the league. He's tied with Joe Burrow for pass attempts against too high over 20 yards. They're both at 23 attempts. Like most of his attempts over 20 yards have been against too high. He's at like 44 the entire year, but 23 have been against too high. So it's been a lot of times where he's just trying to force it when it isn't necessarily there. Can he play boring football and like take what the defense gives him? So that's going to be an interesting one in that regard. Can the Texans block some of the stunts that the Dolphins will throw at them, mainly because so many teams have had success against that. Against the Texans in that regard. Can that give them some issues? Since their left guard got hurt against the Jets, Kenyon Green, they've shuffled it around a little bit. They've been better in pass pro, but still, can the Texans run the ball effectively on early downs or pass? Because to be honest, they've actually been bad passing and running on early downs. They have like a 40% success rate. Like they're towards the bottom of the league in terms of success rate on first and second down. Can they be better on the early down? So when they get the third down, when they see some of those too high looks, CJ can be effective in those situations. So I'm curious to see how that looks. I'm curious to see if Jalen Ramsey is going to follow Nico. I would probably advise against that after seeing what Garrett did to him last week. Even though Garrett and Nico are two different type of players in terms of skill sets, but still, Ramsey's 30 years old. You don't need a 30-year-old following guys at this point.
Plus, we got Fuller as well,
Right. So I'm curious to see like how they handle some of the too high looks, how they handle some of the disguises, and what do they look like on early downs.
Speaking of Nico Collins, real quick,
Go ahead.
I feel like I have a lot of respect for him. I actually like him as a player. I love him. I think he's great. And I feel like he's very underrated. I don't know whether it's the injury or whatnot, but where would you place Nico in the top of the receivers? Like where would you place him?
So I would say Nico is for sure. I think he's having a top 5 season. He still leads the league in yards per game at 104. So I would say the reason why he's underrated is one, he plays in Houston. Houston is a small market compared to everybody else.
Yep.
He wasn't a first round pick. And he hasn't played on a team that has had a lot of eyeballs on them, right? Because obviously, like Tyreek wasn't a first round pick, but he played on Kansas City, and he's a bona fide star. Or like Amon St. Brown, he is a 4th round pick, but he plays on a team that a lot of people pay attention to in the Detroit Lions. So, I would say that it's he started slow, and then became the superstar-ish type of receiver, then got hurt. So people kind of forgot about him to an extent. But I would say, it's a combination of where he plays. He's also not like a shit talking receiver. Like
He
he isn't
seems
gonna
so
be one of the
low
guys
key.
beating it. He's super low key. Like he's not gonna be
Yeah.
beating his chest like I'm the best, this, and that. Like it's gonna be more or less like I'm gonna just go do my thing. And that's gonna be that. Like he's very much like if he's at the podium talking about, how he plays, gonna be very much diplomatic and not really feed into his stature as a receiver. So that's probably why he's a little bit underrated for all
That
those
makes
factors.
Sounds like another receiver that wears a gold jacket now. That was a Texan.
Yeah,
Miami boy.
Nico is talkative. Andre isn't talkative. Nico
Andre wouldn't
just
talk to
puts on
nobody.
He talking with them
right.
hands.
That's it.
Exactly. Nico is just when he gets in front of a camera, he's just gonna play it pretty normal and not try to say too much.
Kind of gives me the
That's
Waddle
gonna be
vibe a
that.
little bit.
Yeah, bingo. But Waddle got some like I won't say diva. 'Cause I feel like all number one wide receivers need to have some diva to them.
Gotta have some, a little bit.
Gotta have some. He doesn't really have that at all. Like he's one of the guys like I get 5 targets, I get 50 yards, we win, I'm good. Some guy, AJ Brown, you give him 5 targets, he get 50 yards, and they win, he's gonna be upset.
Not happy.
Dude, he changed his profile picture to the Joker.
The Joker, yeah.
That's
Just
crazy
today, that
situation.
shit's so good.
Insane.
So,
situation.
for lack of better terms, what are your thoughts on CJ Stroud in a sophomore slump? Because it's been a pretty down year for him. I think most people recognize that. He really lit the league on fire last year. I mean, he was the hottest thing out. This year has kind of been a struggle for him. Is that philosophy? Is that roster? I mean, what is it? Sophomore slump? What we got?
I would say that he's been better than he was last year. Just the numbers aren't the same because the people around him haven't been as good, right? Like Tank hasn't played as well as he did last year.
Mhm.
Nico obviously got better, but then Nico missed some times. Diggs tore his ACL, and then the interior offensive line became a problem. Where last year, the interior, like the offensive line was pretty good. Like he was toward the top of the league in terms of time to throw, but he was only pressured at like at the mid at league average. That's when he was pressured at league average rate. So this year he's towards the top with the same time to throw. Even though he can read defenses faster, he's much better. So I don't think necessarily like his numbers obviously say slump, but him as a player actually got better. He's just having to do more, and teams are playing like the offense differently. Like they're actually seeing some of the same issues that Miami ran into, where they were seeing a lot too high, and Miami kind of struggled against that for various amount of reasons. And because I believe he's seen the second or third most dropbacks against too high safety looks. I think Joe Burrow's first. I think obviously Tua is probably in the top 5 now after all the games he's played. And I think it's mainly because teams want to prevent the big plays because these are big play offenses and they're driven off of big plays and try to make them play boring football. And another thing too, the Texans shoot themselves in the foot a lot. Like they're towards the top in penalties. So I can guarantee
all about that.
I can guarantee no. The Texans are way worse than the Dolphins in terms of penalties. They're way worse.
They got to be so bad then.
That is bad.
They gotta be
Maybe it's
so
not a
bad.
CJ Stroud
We
problem.
don't
then.
get that. We don't get that many anymore.
We had a stretch of redundant penalties that made it seem a lot worse than it is.
Yeah.
So the Texans, when they played the Titans and they lost, the drive before the last drive, when the Texans had to sign for a field goal, but they had a chance to, I believe, take the lead or it was something like that. But regardless, TJ throws to touchdown to Nico Collins. Nico takes it to the crib, and it gets called back for a penalty. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna see it. There's gonna be a drive, multiple drives, not one, but it's gonna be multiple drives.
There's 5, 6.
Where the Texans are moving the ball. And then it's going to be done because there's going to be a penalty. It's going to be holding. It's going to be
First
illegal,
half of Green Bay for the Dolphins.
Yeah, but there's a chance it'll be worse because that's just how they are. It's been like that the entire year. They don't against the Cowboys. First play of the game, Nico Collins touchdown, call back because Laramie Tunsil, Dolphin legend, but
Dolphin legend.
Tunsil,
Shout out Laramie Tunsil.
He illegal man downfield. Like it's guaranteed. So
That would
that's
hurt.
another
First
issue
play of the
too.
game.
That's another issue. That's another issue too. Is like they don't they a lot of self-inflicted wounds. So then like you look up and you have some success, and now it's 2nd and 20. And once it gets to that, it's, the drive's over. You know.
So
Now,
what are your
DJ,
expectations for the game? What are you feeling? Because I'm like are obviously you're a Dolphin fan.
Oh my God, we are
Right.
back.
So I think that so both teams, their strengths really exploit the other team's weaknesses, right? Like the Dolphins can exploit the Texans' spine, their defense, right? Their linebackers, without Azeez and probably no Christian Harris this week, you're gonna have all backup-ish guys out there. Even Harry Totola, he's played a lot this year, but still, like, he's still young and he has okay eye discipline. And obviously in this offense, you can't get lost by that. And everybody else are backups. And then their safeties, Kalen Bullock is a ball hawk, but he's okay in coverage. Same with Eric Murray, same with Jimmy Ward, right? These guys, the Texans, if you really want to attack the Texans, you have to attack like the spine of their defense. And maybe Kamari on the outside, but you have to use his aggressiveness against them. So like an out and up, stop and go, and then you'll be able to exploit him too. But you have to at least throw some stuff out there, so then you can get him to become a little bit aggressive, and then boom, you can go over the top. Stingley, he's been playing at all pro level. He could probably guard Tyreek 1-on-1, to be honest, and that'll be fine. Like I'm just being honest there. And he'll hold his own. But everybody else, like that's fine. You can really attack that, and that's what Tua loves to throw. So I'm curious to see what D'Amico's game plan is going to be, because teams have tried to the way when they want to go over the top, they attack their safeties, whether double moves, play action, whatever it is. Like that's what they're doing. So, but on the flip side, if Tua isn't getting the ball out fast, there's no Armstead. Daniil and will be able to get after Tua, because obviously Daniil and Will are both top 5 in sacks, I believe, or something like that. Like Will has 10 in like 8 or 7 games. Daniil has 10.5, right? But again, it's going to come down to the secondary being able to force Tua to hold the ball. So unless they can do that, it's going to be similar to what we saw last Sunday, because both defenses are the same. The Jets defense is built the same way that the Texans defense is built. They're okay at safety. They have some speedy linebackers, and they have a good cornerback group, and they got a good D line, and they run the same scheme. So I can see a very similar game plan. I think the Texans defense is a little bit better. It's a little bit better up front, but obviously the Jets defense is a better pass defense, because the Texans, believe it or not, have given up 26 passing touchdowns, most in the NFL. They just have 16 interceptions, right? But a lot of that is boosted up by the fact that they had 5 against Jared Goff, right? And some of them, Jared Goff was just some of them, he was just drunk on some of them. So it's kind of boosted up a little bit by that particular game. But again, so I'm curious to see what the game plan is there. And then on the flip side, can the Texans run the ball effectively? Because they can't run. I think Anthony Weaver's going to run a very similar game plan that he ran against the Rams. Because again, Shanahan tree, things of that nature, and try to make them drive the length of the field. And the Texans right now, since Kenyon Green, who struggles in pass pro, but is pretty good and is effective in run blocking, they've gone from the first 9 weeks from averaging 4.5 yards per carry to 3.5 without him. And they struggle. They have like a 30% success rate rating against too high. So I'm very curious to see how they effectively run the ball. But again, like one of my concerns for the Dolphins is, can they get to CJ without doing all the creative stunts and things of that nature? Because as good as Chop Robinson's played lately, Titus Howard, that's a good matchup for Titus Howard, because Titus does good against speed guys. He struggles against, I won't say struggle, but he's the right tackle. He's okay against guys that can do speed to power, that have moves, things like that. Guys that strictly are only speed, that really got to just try to beat you off the edge. He can hold his own against those guys. And obviously you put Chop against Laramie. Laramie devours those guys too. You gotta use moves against those guys to be able to get pressure on them. So I'm curious in that aspect. I really don't know who's gonna win. Like I've been waffling back and forth Like I really don't know if it's like both teams, their strengths. Um, to see if CJ has time and he's not pressured, he'll be able to pick you apart. And the Dolphins, we've seen recently, for whatever reason, Gardner Minshew has some success. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers has some success. Jordan Love has some success, and those guys weren't under that much pressure. Obviously, Aaron got sacked a few times in the second half, but it still came back. Like, he was still comfortable for the most part. And if you let any quarterback be comfortable and you let them dink and dunk, they'll have success. Now, can CJ dink and dunk? That's gonna be what it really comes down to. And can they run the ball?
Yeah, we were going to ask about Kenyon Green coming back to see if that was going to be an improvement for your offensive line, which I think you did give us that answer. But a lot of people in the chat, they want to ask just your perspective on the Azeez suspension and seeing how you felt about that, the Texan fan base. When I saw it happen, I know that it's a fast game. It looked bad. It looked bad, right? But it was more of his head.
It's not great.
It was more of his head just bouncing off the ground. And I'm like, damn, whatever. And then his suspension came out and they give him 3 games. But then I went back and I kind of Googled it and I was like, oh, this isn't like his first run in. He kind of got that Sue treatment.
Correct.
In the back. So what's your take on that? The fan base take on that?
So the fan base is like, oh, how most fan bases are. They're gonna ride with their guy. They think he's getting gypped. I would say that for me, I thought that 3 games was excessive. I thought it was gonna be 2. Appeal it down to 1. I think they could have possibly got it appealed if Nick and D'Amico didn't call out the league. But hey, you want to call out the person that's going to discipline you? Enjoy that. You don't be mad what you get. So I think that Azeez obviously was I think anybody with a brain knows like that was an illegal hit. You can cuff the guy because again, like his intent wasn't to hurt him, but he did get hurt, and that factors into the punishment. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how that goes. You know what I'm saying? So I think that,
do you think the track record had something to do with it a little bit? Like
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because the week before he had unnecessary roughness hit. Well, he hit somebody out of bounds. So and then week 2, he got fined for unnecessary roughness after he punched the guy and had a questionable hit when he hit Caleb Williams on the sideline. And the thing, I just find like a lot of this conversation disingenuous because it feels like on both sides, right? Like people trying to make it seem like he didn't hit him too hard. Other people make it seem like he was a pariah, like he's like this terrible human. But I think 32 fan bases, if that was their quarterback, well, let me not say 32, because some fan bases would love for their quarterback to be hurt so they can move off of that guy. I don't know, some fan bases are like that. But I think most fan bases that for the majority like their quarterback or love their quarterback would have all been vehemently upset. Same with teams if their quarterback got hit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we saw Hassan Reddick had the same opportunity against Tua. Tua just slides, and Hassan slides to the side and just taps him. You know what I'm saying? And like it's really that simple. And I get like it is hard to make that snap decision, but you guys are paid to make that snap decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it's hard, but you're getting paid millions. I ain't trying to hear how hard that is, how it's not that easy. Yeah, football is not easy. Playing within the rules are not easy, but you're paid to play within the rules. So I'm not really trying to hear like how tough that is. Like maybe later on we can discuss like can you find quarterbacks for fake slides and things of that nature? Fine. Like I'm good with those discussions, but everything else just feels disingenuous.
Bobby, you're muted.
Come on, Bob.
Come on, man. Tighten up.
Come on, Bob.
30 episodes
My
in,
bad.
still struggling. Unbelievable.
All right, cut off. Anyways, yeah, one of the things I thought was funny, he was about to cut me off. One of the things I thought was funny is after the play, he immediately looked at the ref like, what? Flag?
Yeah, I know. He was like this.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of wish we had a few more people with a little bit more mean streak like that on our team. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. You can pay fines.
Yeah.
You scare people, I ain't mad he's not playing this week, though. I'll tell you that. I'm not mad about that. I'll be honest.
Yeah, the Dolphins could use some more Azeez, and they could use some more Azeez. I won't
10 of them.
I won't deny that. I will not deny that at all. But it's hard to have a team full of those type of guys when your quarterback, when your head coach looks like a mad scientist. Just being honest.
That's fair. That's fair. So you said
know?
you were going back and forth on the game. Like we gotta I think we gotta get into some predictions because we kind of covered all sides of the ball here, injuries, what we're looking at. What do you think is going to be the outcome if
I
you
am
had
I
like
I
one
am
key?
I am leaning Dolphins. Mainly because of like the text, like since Tua's on such a heater right now. Because even like the Packers game, like he started slow-ish, but still finished almost 400 yards passing. Even like probably like 30 of it was on that last drive. I remember like 25 of it was on that last drive when the game was clearly over. But like he's seen the field well enough to where like I don't think the pressure, even without Armstead and obviously Austin Jackson, is going to be that much of a thing. And I think since his strengths are the Texans' weaknesses right now, um, I think that might be enough. I think it can go back and forth. And again, on the other side, will come down to can CJ play boring football and not always hunt for the big plays? Because as much as like obviously the Dolphins, they do have their moments where they give up some big plays, but a lot of the times, like it's mainly teams having to like to drive the length of the field and then either punch in or get a field goal. The Texans have not been a good second half team. They haven't been a good red zone second half team on offense or defense. I think like they're scoring, they're averaging like I think roughly like 9 points in the second half. It might be a little bit higher now since they scored like 14 against the 17 against the Jags. But even then, like that's not gonna bump the average up that much. So for the Dolphins, I think if they, especially if it's like 13-10 at half or 10-10, I think they'll be fine in the second half because the Texans, that's when they crater. And they know it because like they're like everybody knows like the second half, like this is when we struggle. And all you gotta do is have a couple of plays or score a few touchdown or two, and then they'll just fold. Because even against the Jaguars with Mac Jones, like they almost blew that game. Like they're not a good second half team. Like the offense scored some more points in the second half, but defensively they're not a good second half team because D'Amico is more of a hey, we just gotta out execute you, and we're not gonna necessarily try to like out scheme you in the second half as more often as we did in the first half. And once you get a feel for what they're doing, every single team has had success against them in the second half. Every single team. They're towards this was the bottom half in points in the second half. Again, Mac Jones led like 14 points. Obviously, the Lions game, the Lions were able to score a bunch of points in the second half, even with Goff having like two more interceptions in the second half. Anthony had
Oh,
It wouldn't be a guest episode unless we got a cutout. I think
that
this
hasn't happened in a minute though. DJ's spitting right now.
He's doing well. He'll pop back on.
There he is. He's
Yeah.
back.
He's
Phone
coming.
call.
Joe, I thought you were doing the Frozen thing again, bro. My guy hasn't moved
No,
in a
I
minute.
was
dog.
waiting.
You
I was
good
like
over there?
anticipating him coming back. I was like, here he comes.
Oh my god.
Like Joe's just staring off into the abyss right now. What
DJ,
game are you watching? What game you have on your TV right now?
I got 4 games on.
The college ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when we had Frank Fleming on. Frank, what game you watching?
The Devils.
The Devils.
Miami's
Oh my
You should have
god.
hit that buzzer.
Somebody had called me and it threw everything off. But yeah,
That's
so
You're good.
before.
It
I was
happens
saying,
all
like,
time.
I think the Texans just in the second halves, like they tend to like crumble for whatever reason, for various reasons. So so I think that's what's gonna happen. Like I think like Dolphins they just can't get boat raced early. Which the Texans are good in the first half. So
Our
on
defense
both
is
sides.
not good, so it's possible.
So they gotta be able to hang around and then go from there.
That's encouraging because y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think we're a better second half team.
Yeah.
We normally make the right adjustments and come back a little stronger in the second half, I feel.
Yeah,
Offensively, yes.
we have no problem scoring on the first scripted drive. I know that. If we just did that every drive, we'd be fine.
Always a complaint. DJ, before you go, one key to the game for the Texans victory and then one key to the game for the Dolphins victory. And by the way, the Lions Texans -3 right now, it looks like. So almost a pick 'em since home
And
field.
DJ
is
still
3.
didn't give us a score prediction. He won't do it.
Oh, I mean, I can see like
Feet to the fire.
27, 21. But I would say Key for the Texans, they have can CJ play boring football and can the offensive line give good enough pass protection, and can Tua continue to get the ball out and continue to play like Breeze? Because they're not gonna be able to run the ball. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna be able to run the ball. So it's really gonna
we
be bad
abandoned
for
that
us.
weeks ago.
Yeah,
we
we've been planning for
trying to
that.
do that.
Yeah.
As soon as Austin Jackson went out, we just throw bubble screens now to run the ball. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so it's really gonna come down to that. So, we'll see.
From what you said, though, I feel encouraged. Like, I think the screen game, the angle routes with Achane is going to be big for us. We run that well anyways, but the Jets fell for it, and then y'all's middle is weak, so I think that's going to be big. And then it sounds like Jonnu might be able to have a big game.
Oh yeah. Jonnu should be able to have some success for sure. Jonnu should have some success for sure. But I could see it being a Waddle and Tyreek game if they can get matched up on the safeties. But the question is, like, are they comfortable letting CJ drop back? Not CJ, letting Tua drop back and really air it down the field.
Without Armstead, it's going to be an uphill battle, that's for sure, with those edges that are going to be coming.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to come down to. Like, it's going to be alrighty. Let's see if you guys can just hold up long enough. Because the thing is, like, I think even with a 3-step drop, like the guy should be fast enough to get down the field and win against those guys. But you got to do it fast, though, because Daniil and Will are really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
I'm honestly hoping we use that against them and actually run some traditional screens. Have we run a traditional screen?
What's a traditional screen, bud?
I don't think so.
Traditional running back screen out of the backfield, not a bubble screen.
Like you're going to slip out.
Madden.
A traditional screen, bro.
I'm
What do
being
you mean?
facetious because
What is
Coach doesn't know what that means. Coach does not know what
I'm
that
about to
is.
kill you, Eric.
I'm just going to see myself out.
Like, am I taking fucking crazy pills?
You're going to drop back. You're going to draw on the defensive line. You're going to chase the quarterback, and you're going to release 3 linemen down the field with a running back behind them. I don't
know if we've ran one of those in 3 years, to be honest.
Well, you're going to release 3. Liam's going to trip, so you'll have 2.
Now since Lamar Miller.
Brewer will be taking out heads, though, getting ribs like he always does, though. Would be nice to run that.
DJ, though, Daniil Hunter has a damn bag. I feel like there's a highlight every week. Like, you know how there's like a Will Levis meme every week?
Yeah.
There's a new spin move fake
every
double
week
for Daniil Hunter on pass. Dude, it's insane. I think he's getting bored.
Yeah. He's
at that point in his career.
He's in his bag right now, man. He's in his bag right now. So that's what I'm saying. They can't hold the ball too long, but I'm really not too worried about that because I feel like as long as Tua continues to go through his progressions quickly the way that he has, he'll be fine.
Wait, Tua goes through progressions?
Oh, back, the word on the street was he was a one read quarterback at one point.
That's the word. That's the gospel on the street right now. Always has been.
Hey,
I think they're more upset that he does get through 3 reads in 2 seconds.
So.
Man, Patrick Paul's going to be just feet to the fire this Sunday. That's kind of scary.
At least he got a little warm up.
He played well.
Woo.
We'll get into that.
Well.
He got his feet wet last game at least.
I was watching some of the Patrick Paul stuff. I think that I don't feel like he gets beat a lot, but I think what makes people a lot, so worried about him, I think he wins ugly. So, like, even plays where I thought he did his job, it looks shitty. Like, there was, like, the game-winning touchdown. He got bit, like, he was, like, getting manhandled and bent backwards, but he, like, stood his ground and just straight-armed the dude.
Yeah,
so it looks like Patrick Paul's getting dog walked, but they're not moving. It's like he just wins ugly.
Yeah.
But you'll have that.
Use that size.
We'll find out soon, I guess.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
DJ, before you leave, real quick, no one say nothing. What's your thoughts on the Dolphins defense?
Don't say anything, Ghost.
It's starting to get real leaky. It's starting to get real leaky, man. That unit. They let Aaron Rodgers throw for 300 yards for the first time since week 14 in the 2021 season.
That was prime Aaron Rodgers out there on Sunday.
Yeah, that defense is. When people say Anthony Weaver's going to get a head coaching job, sometimes I'm like, I don't mind that because I think then the Dolphins will be able to go hire Robert Saleh, and I think Robert Saleh is a hell of a DC.
Oh,
yeah, that's true. Might get him
Right.
anyways.
You know, I'm like, I mean, yeah, no, the defense. The last 3 weeks of outside of the Patriots game, but that's the Patriots. The Raiders game, the Packers game, and the Jets game. Because you can't win every week shootout. Some games you got to win on the back of your defense. And they just don't play complimentary football where the defense is humming and the offense is humming. They haven't had one of those. Like the Patriots game, that don't count. Every other game, the offense can be humming, and then the defense pees down the legs. So,
100%.
I will say to the defense's defense, the games they were doing their job, holding it down, keeping teams to 15, 16 points. We didn't have a damn offense. We didn't have a quarterback to do anything with, and lost all those games.
yeah, but they were going against Anthony Richardson. Like, I'm
trying to give them something here.
I'm not finna clap because you held Anthony Richardson, who was eventually benched 2 weeks later, for holding that offense at 16 points. Like,
And a loss, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, and a loss too. Like,
Well, it's a good thing the Rams couldn't score against the Bills. You know,
Here we
Bills
go.
great defense.
Here we go.
yeah.
He's been biting his tongue.
They didn't score. I didn't watch the game. You guys watch the game?
Just before
I
you
mean-
start on your tirade, let's let DJ get out of here. He's been gracious with his time.
DJ,
Appreciate
thank you so
y'all.
much, brother.
Appreciate you, DJ.
man.
No
Hopefully
problem.
we get a good game on Sunday. Be good, man.
Good seeing you,
Yep.
brother.
Yep.
Thanks, EJ. See you later.
What a cool
All right.
dude.
Boys,
Okay.
5 is a lot.
Huh?
All right. What?
5 screens. I feel like I'm watching Red Zone, dog.
Hey, somebody said that
Somebody
in the chat.
said
I was gonna
that.
bring
Shut
it
up.
up.
No,
I
it
didn't want to
hit
be
me right in
disrespectful.
my soul. I think it was
7 hours of commercial-free football.
I'm like,
We're gonna
I'm
go
like
back and
trying to
find
keep.
it, 'cause
I
it
don't
was
know
I
what
don't
nice.
to
think
look
they get
at.
paid enough, man. Peeing in a water bottle at a desk is rough. Sitting down for 7 hours, it's a long flight. Think about that.
Yeah.
He definitely pees.
Yeah, in a bottle. I think he said that once. Or he like stops drinking and eating like really early Sunday morning, so he doesn't have to.
He's got
Just
some sort of
fast
apparatus,
for 16 hours.
urine apparatus.
All right. Okay. That was awesome, by the way. Great job
Bro, he
securing
had
DJ.
so much
hopefully,
insight,
hopefully
dude.
we get him back.
He
soon.
actually did have like some stats and everything.
Yeah, he knew his shit. That was pretty awesome.
Almost
But
like it's his job, right?
There it is.
yeah, Dustin. Appreciate you, Dustin. I guess we should get into like a quick review of the Jets game before we get up out of here. So I guess we'll start off with game balls. Bobby, one at a time.
Game
Go
ball.
ahead.
Hey, easy for me. I got to go straight to Jonnu. Doesn't get any targets all game. Goes to the coach and says, "You want to win? Put Booby in. Watch me spin." They feed him two straight screen passes, 22 yards, 12 yards, then game-winning touchdown. Blouses. I mean, what can you ask for?
Ghost.
My game ball? Are we just doing one at a time, or are we doing 2 game
Yeah,
balls?
you can do one at a time. Go ahead.
Okay. I think my game ball goes to this one's probably obvious, but probably give it to Patrick Paul coming in. The Jets, they don't have slouches on the edges. I think he performed really well and using that size. You know, like Bobby said, I was watching him on the L22 that I was kind of forced to watch just by anger for reasons unknown. Hate watched it, but then I got my eyes on Patrick Paul. And I'm like, wow, he's actually doing a pretty good job at the edge here. It doesn't look like an athletic play when he's blocking, but it's a stonewall. It's a complete stonewall. He's using that size, and like I said, the Jets edge rushers, like they're very talented. They're good edge rushers.
Will Anderson has 10 sacks this year.
Exactly, and he stood him right up at the line of scrimmage. So I'm glad to give him one.
Joe.
I'm gonna go, and I think Ghost is really gonna appreciate this one.
You're gonna
This is
take
the
mine,
part-
you son of a bee. Go ahead.
This is the part of the year where Jason Sanders is gonna be so
damn it.
fucking important.
Hey,
He's so locked in right now. I mean, we're
he
not
missed
winning
the
that
first
game.
extra point.
Whatever.
That snap.
Nobody remembers what you did in the first quarter.
That's true.
So no, for me, bro, I feel like if we're gonna make the playoffs, he's gonna be really, really crucial for us down the line. And he's locked in right now.
Yeah, he is.
Who's the biggest stan? Who's the biggest Jason Sanders stan?
Hey,
know.
fuck you. I give you your kudos, bro.
Also, you
I think
could have you had first pick at him too. You didn't take him.
I was
surprised.
baiting you.
I was leaving him for. I knew someone was gonna pick him.
And Eric, you have to go with who you always go with.
Oh, dude,
You don't have to.
I wasn't gonna. Actually,
because I was gonna go with him, but I had to pay homage.
all right, I'll take him because I'm the stand on this here crew. So yeah, my game ball per use goes to Oos again. End of the first half, no timeouts, drive right down the field, get some points, which were crucial. End of the second half, no timeouts, drive down the field, tie the fucking game, go out there, win the coin toss, get the offense. As soon as you guys saw the video, hopefully everybody has, but as soon as Jason Sanders bangs the field goal in regulation to go to overtime, Tua stood up and got the boys hype, and he was basically saying it's over, it's done. Like, we get the ball, it's done. And he went out there, executed. I mean, that I've watched that Jonnu touchdown from every angle, and like, there's not one bad angle. It looks better every time you look at it.
That's true.
That ball was just feathered in there, just dry. I mean, he could have handed to him better. So, so people that say Tua's not clutch, and when you need him to step up, fuck off. How about that?
Yeah, I like that.
Bobby, you got another ball? I think it's gonna be thin, slim pickings from here on game balls.
It does get a little tough. I think that I'm gonna get it a semi-easy one still. I'm going with Aaron Brewer again. I think Aaron Brewer is just leading the way right now. He just
my mind.
Every week it's a highlight play. He's out there in space. He's knocking DBs in the ground. He's peeling back, knocking linebackers on their ass. Aaron Brewer is leading the way, boys.
And Aaron Brewer on that on the second on one of the Jonnu screens, he was this close to getting a block in the back, but instead of using his hands, he just kind of butt bumped the guy, like hip bumped the guy, and it was a thing of beauty. Just that guy. I mean, if he doesn't get all Pro Bowl, like it's a fucking travesty because there's not.
He's not going to
more than him. Yeah, he won't because of name recognition and stuff. But he damn well should. He's been
awesome.
He's been fantastic. Ghost.
I don't think that we've given him a game ball yet this year. Not for good reason, but Tyreek Hill, dude. I mean,
yeah, dude.
First big game, or I guess his first big game back since I would say the Jaguars game. He was running his routes crisp. He was winning his one-on-ones. We haven't brought him up too much on the podcast. He's still doing his job. He's making the clutch catches, but that 4th and 2, that route against that slot corner, he put him in the ground.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hey,
hell yeah!
Shout
out Josh.
That's huge. That's
huge.
I have a big one, boys. I have a big one.
Big contributor here.
The only guy on the defense I'm giving this to today is Jordan Brooks.
Go ahead. Let's hear it, because Ghost is going to bring up
PFF player on the Dolphins.
Top-rated PFF player of the week for the Dolphins. Guy was everywhere. Great in coverage, sideline to sideline. I mean, guy had a great game.
He's playing 3 positions. I mean, he's covering a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Ghost, how long did it take you to clip those to watch all 22?
4 seconds. 4 seconds.
Quick,
he's a big brain.
No problem.
Boys, I got a little lifestyle question for us.
Real quick, let me give somebody a shout out while we're on topic. Who the hell did that?
He gets sassy.
No, Eric did that.
No, I didn't. I don't know what happened. Okay. I can't even add him back. There he is. I swear that wasn't me, Ghost.
Sorry, I actually unplugged my my side thing here.
Oh, I thought you were being sassy pants.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, the giving spirit. It's the holiday.
Hey, Merry Christmas, fellas. Merry Christmas.
Boy, Seth. Name drop.
There we go.
Hey, that's awesome, man. We appreciate y'all always showing love.
So much.
Huge appreciation.
Y'all really do.
The Sticky Bandits. Anyways.
The Sticky Bandits.
Oh, I was saying, before we move on to lifestyle, which is my favorite part, by the way. I know Joe's about to cook. I hope he cooks more than once.
And we don't know this one.
And nobody knows what the question is.
This is going to be fresh off that top rip.
I hope he cooks with a couple because he missed last week because I missed this.
I do have 2.
And we were so depressed last week, we just rolled up off of here abruptly. But I want to get this game ball because everyone was on this dude's ass after the Packers game. Malik Washington. Yeah. Malik Washington, perfect timing. Malik Washington came in clutch. We probably don't get close enough to kick that field goal. Dude, he fucking trucked the shit out of that kicker.
I think that was angry runs. I think
that extra 5 yards was huge. Extra 5 yards was massive, dude.
Yeah, it ended up being
it just shows you the testicular fortitude of this kid to do what he did in Green Bay and then to come back and ball out.
And he caught it off a bounce too.
I mean,
most rookies bouncing like crazy too.
Did you hold on? I need to know I heard that right. Testicular fortitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Love that.
You never heard that?
No, I love
that. It's a fancy way of saying you have It's sad.
Oh, really? Thanks for explaining. I had no idea what it meant.
But you never heard it, so I'm just
Step
trying to
back, Joe.
help
The
out,
big
brother.
brains are going at it.
Here we go. I'm chilling.
Just helping out where I can. All right, Joe, hit us with the first lifestyle question. Let's get it.
All right,
And
here we go.
chat,
So I'm gonna go.
dial in.
Listen, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a Mount Rushmore. Okay, so you're gonna pick 4 people.
Okay.
If you can go party bus, all nighter, paint the town red with 4 celebrities, could be in any celebrity, 4 of them. Who would they be? What's your Mount Rushmore of celebrities you go paint the town with? If you want, we can go snake draft.
Yeah, let's do
Because
snake
I
draft.
have 4, but I feel like some of you are gonna have them.
Yeah,
Does
this
somebody have a
one-
notepad?
This one you got to think.
Yeah, does somebody have a notepad and a pen?
Yeah, of course I do. Come on, guys.
Okay, who wants first pick?
I want first pick.
I'm taking first pick because this is the awesome question. And I missed last
fuck
week.
me.
This is a tough one, though. I really need to think about it because I know I'll get it wrong, but
Are you ready?
yeah.
Go ahead.
My first one is Bert Kreischer.
Wow.
Damn.
Fucking
FSU ledge.
Yeah, that's a good one because he's going to party.
Can I go?
Yep.
I bet you can pick who. I bet you know who I'm gonna pick, Joe.
I already know, but go.
Tua's not going out with you, brother.
I'm not taking Tua out with me.
To be an awful one.
I'm taking Drake naturally,
I knew it.
obviously, and
Drake?
clearly.
What is this, the Mickey Mouse Club?
I knew it.
Drizzy, the boy, will be
You better
Gucci
hope you ain't
everywhere
on the
we
West
go.
Coast.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Ghost, you can go. You go ahead, bro.
Hey,
go.
hold on.
Okay.
Somebody said Chris Farley, which is an amazing one, but it has to be alive, and it's today. You're taking him out today. Like,
Oh,
Okay.
you can't go prime, etc.
no, can't go prime people. No.
All right, there
That
goes
did give me somebody though.
There goes
But I
Charlie
will
Sheen.
pay homage to Prime Dan Marino because I heard he used to fucking party.
There
Yeah, but
goes-
Charlie Sheen's alive.
Yeah,
Yeah, but would
it's
you
not
want to go out
prime.
with him today?
Like
Still-
5 years ago, though.
Like, I'm not gonna give him an argument on why I would or wouldn't, but
Honestly,
All right, go ahead, Bobby.
oh,
no,
yeah,
it's
you-
Ghost. It's Ghost.
Oh,
Go,
sorry,
you
I was
got it.
doing the.
This was my first grab, and it's like a pretty easy one, so it won't be a deep dive. But it's probably Post Malone, dude. I feel
I
like
had Post on my list. Hell
it's got to
yeah.
be Post Malone.
Dude, look at this lineup. Now that's a party.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. Hey, yo, oh wow, there's some good answers down there. Actually, I might have to use one of those. All right. Since
All
I
right,
went
Bob.
last, I get a little back to back here, for old time's sake. All right. I'm coming out.
You're gonna take one of Tucci's. I have a feeling. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is no, I probably ain't. This is tough. All right, just for the sake of love and the sake of I gotta show love. First guy I'm going with is
Do
Luke
not say
Combs.
John Smith, bro, please.
Luke Combs.
There you go. There goes. That's one of Tucci's for sure.
Luke Combs. And number 2, just because that was an awesome suggestion, Willie Nelson.
Okay.
The stories.
Okay. That's a real dive bar guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's on brand.
So now it goes back to Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Adam Sandler for sure.
Oh, fuck, that's a good one, dude.
I was gonna go Adam Sandler when I seen the Chris Farley reference. That's a good one.
Go ahead, Eric.
Bill Murray. That guy
Ooh.
is a ledge.
That's a good one. That's a
He's
good one.
got apparently there's some crazy Bill Murray party stories out there that are just so Bill Murray.
Okay, I get the back-to-back now. Somebody keeps saying Mia Khalifa, and I respect it.
Yeah,
Well,
but no.
danger. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah, but no.
So yeah, but no. I want to
It's
go.
gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I want to go drinking. All right, so my first one's gonna be Joe Rogan.
Wow.
Okay. That's a heavy hitter.
Do some mushrooms. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Drink some whiskey, cold plunge.
And my back-to-back will be Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
I want to go throw chairs off of balconies. I want to do it.
Okay.
And not get in trouble because I'm Morgan Wallen.
Oh, it's back to me now?
Yeah.
Shit.
Ooh.
Who would I want to party with? Honestly, it's in the chat, so it's I'm gonna steal it from the chat because I feel like he'd be great to have around.
Don't.
It's my draft pick, Bob.
Not in this economy, damn it.
Yeah, I think Dave Chappelle would be great to have around. Dave Chappelle on a night out, I think would really do some partying. So yeah, Chappelle.
Plus, it's Dave Chappelle. I mean, he's goated.
Yeah. Ghost.
This is actually tough. By
You
the
know
way,
who I think I'd take out too is Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad.
Wow.
Ooh.
I feel like he'd be like the chill dude in the corner, just ripping a fucking jammer the entire night, giving you some advice, keep you in line, but having a great time while you're there.
Fair.
Yeah. He's a goat too. He's awesome. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Jonathan, how about those Longhorns, baby?
Oh shit.
Talking shit,
Bobby,
huh?
Bobby, you can't keep stalling. You have a back-to-back here.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Bob.
All right. Many people won't know who this is. I'm assuming Ghost will. If he doesn't, then I don't really take him serious. Andrew Huberman.
Of course, Huberman doesn't party, bro. You'll be in bed by 9.
Doesn't matter. I'm
Like,
building. Dude, this is my
Party
lineup.
needs to take some alpha epoetin, and you need to take a
Dude,
little
we'll
nap.
be but I'll end up with Joe at Rogan's house doing cold plunges, bitch.
Also, you don't think I know Huberman and Joe doesn't know Huberman? I cold plunge every day, bro. Come on.
Dude gets a cold plunge at his house for 2 weeks, thinks he's the
Nah,
man.
he's locked in though. My boy's locked in.
Yo, it's actually life changing. I can't it's one of the best investments I've
He's
ever
been
made in my whole
selling me.
life.
He's been selling me to come over and try it.
I ain't gonna lie.
We might have to video me doing that because I hate cold water, bro. It might be good content.
Joe jump in and jump out. I even got a little rubber ducky in there. It's mad cute.
Fine.
All right, Bobby,
now
last
I'm in.
pick. Huberman.
All right. So I got Willie Nelson, Luke Combs, Andrew Huberman. Man, that's kind of lame.
There's a little theme going on. With
I
Bobby's
need
first year.
a
You
party.
can tell Bobby's a father of two.
There's a little list going on, like a theme
All right,
here
I
with
got
Bobby.
it. Y'all ready for the curveball?
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman.
Ooh, I partied with him, by the way.
So you know it's a good time.
That motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah, I just killed that one.
Yeah, no, he's nuts.
That
And
one just pulled it all together.
And he
Dustin,
he wasn't in drag when I hung out with him.
Dustin, Joe Robbie asked Mount Rushmore of people we'd want to party with one night out, and we're doing a snake draft. Celebrities. All right, so Bobby's done. So now it goes back to Ghost to finish his last pick.
I'm gonna get some
That was
diversity in here, and I think she's hysterical. And might not know, you guys probably know her, but Jillian Bell.
Do not know her.
The chick
Not off the top
from
of my head.
she's from Workaholics. She's super funny.
Yeah.
She's fucking
The secretary or
hysterical.
whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's funny. That shit.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, I am going to party with MJ because that motherfucker parties, and we can gamble pretty much on anything the whole night. So
Michael
You
Jackson.
probably just put yourself on a yacht too, so that's good.
yeah,
Michael
that's chill.
Jackson.
Show some respect.
All
MJ
right, and
behind
I'm gonna
me.
round this out. and I'm gonna pay homage to one of my goats. Let's go fucking party, Tiger Woods. Let's go
Oh, boy.
fucking get weird.
I was hoping somebody was gonna pick him.
Let's go get fucking weird.
I will say someone we definitely missed on the chat was saying Snoop Dogg was an obvious choice.
I originally had Kevin Hart on my list, but
That's a good one.
then I was like, Tiger Woods is Tiger Woods. Like,
Dog, I partied the most out of all four of us. What the fuck?
That's neither here or there.
Got me fucked up. Anyways, what's your second lifestyle, Joe, so we can get out of here?
Shit, hold on, I gotta go get it. Give me a second.
You want to get it?
I have it in my notes.
Let's say
Hey,
I am
that's-
confusion.
A man that's prepared.
The space between
You do realize that I almost didn't make it tonight, right?
Yes.
Cut the guy some slack.
No, I was being serious. Like he got notes on his lifestyle questions. That means he
he's
actually.
going through like his day, and then he'll be like, "Oh, this is a good question. Like, let me jot this down."
I've
For
actually
sure.
been at work. And by the way, if anybody comes up with good ones, DM me, please, or any of the guys, because we want them. And if y'all think they're awesome, then that's more important. So send us good lifestyle questions. I do it at work now. I'll be at work like, oh, that'd be a banger. Like for Christmas, we got to do like giver or receiver, and best. We gotta do like traditions. Like there's so much to do for Christmas, but
Oh man, I missed. Oh man,
you fumbled the
I
bag.
just got
I
reminded.
know you're gonna be at work tomorrow and be like, oh my god.
No, if somebody I want to party with, can I sub out Chappelle?
Sub out
Chappelle.
Chappelle. Damn.
Damn, what the hell's wrong with you?
Fine, I'll sub out Michael Jordan. Can I put in Matthew Tkachuk, please?
Okay.
Instead,
Sure.
That's fair.
I really wish you would have
Bobby
subbed
doesn't know
out.
hockey. He's not well rounded in sports. They don't play
That's
hockey.
fine. I just don't care. Like, I really wish you would have subbed out Dave Chappelle because I would have subbed somebody out for him.
Matthew Tkachuk went on like a 5-day bender after we won the cup, and yeah, he could party.
Dude, Kid Rock would also be a good answer.
Surprised none of you fucks chose 47.
Mm.
Kiko Alonso?
Mm.
He would be fun.
Hmm.
He definitely parties.
Joe, are you digging or what?
Yeah, sorry, no, I had to find it, but now I got it.
Here we
Here we
go.
So if you had to lose one of your
chance.
senses,
Oh, that's right.
but then heighten, like make another sense a superpower, what would it be?
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, this is easy.
Ghost, start us off.
All right, you lose your sense of smell, and then you improve your vision.
Why?
Smell, don't really need it. Improving your vision is just beyond a superpower. Dude, you're talking like 20-to-1 vision.
Like, are we talking X-ray vision if I choose to heighten my vision?
No
Like,
problem.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, why
Can
not?
you zoom in like across the globe?
I mean, I don't know about all that. Let's not get
It's
crazy,
super,
right?
like the best possible vision that's superhumanly possible without being superhuman. I feel like that's
Okay,
a good definition.
fair.
That's what I would
Bobby?
do. I would lose my sense of smell and then have my, because dude, you're still you have everything else. You have everything else you need.
No, I think you nailed that one. I mean, you lose your sense of smell and you do miss out on some good, but you do also eliminate the bad.
Mhm.
So, and then seeing, I mean, that's everything. That's a good
Yeah.
answer. Shit.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I'd probably. So if you couldn't lose your sense of smell, what would be another one you'd want to lose?
oh, I'm not giving up my sense of smell.
Because I don't have that either. All right, so go, Eric.
No, I would give up hearing. I'd give up hearing and heighten eyesight. That's fine.
So you never want to listen to music again? Drake would be so mad at you.
You can feel the vibrations. It's fine. I've listened enough Drake to play it in my head for the rest of my life.
Eric, you had the fucking chance for the line of a lifetime that could have been clipped. Instead, I lose my hearing, so I don't have to hear Ghost bullshit about the defensive break. Missed it,
like-
man.
I
I
feel
thought
like I'm
it was
writing a
coming.
little-
I was like, this motherfucker had this
I
plan.
feel like I've been
the last
riding you a
30
little
seconds.
too hard lately, so I wanted to give you a little bit of a break. You know what I mean?
Hey, this is a good point. Seth is talking about H2S. For those that don't know, when you work on land rigs in the oil field, H2S is the gas that comes back up that could kill you like instantly. And he makes a good point. It literally smells like rotten eggs, and that's not an exaggeration. It's an exact smell. But you wear H2S monitors on your chest, and they beep when they get to any kind of level.
Like hydrogen sulfide?
I'm not sure what it stands for exactly,
Huh. Ghost?
but it would knock you a dig in the dirt immediately.
Is that hydrogen sulfide? I think it is. It has to be.
H2S is hydrogen sulfide.
There you go.
Yeah, it's stuff that comes out of volcanoes.
We're learned. Ghost and I.
Periodic, papi.
So smart.
That was a good. That was. A
By
good
the way,
question.
I'm heightening my sense of hearing.
Hmm.
You want to hear more of Ghost's bullshit?
No, it's just
Extra-
you guys know I
extra
love
bullshit.
music and shit. So like for me, I'd really want to heighten it. Like, I think that'd be dope.
Yeah. You hear shit from, I mean, dude, hearing's a little underrated now because we don't have to listen for predators and like animals around you like the cavemen did. But that shit was like, dude, there was no lights, there was no flashlights. You had torches and you had your hearing. You know, so that
Yeah.
I think that's great. You can listen to any.
But I agree with you though. I'd probably get rid of my smell.
Yeah, I think it's the
And
least.
food would be terrible.
But but you still have a sense of taste.
If you can't smell, you can't taste. That's what they say.
Correct. They don't.
But,
Yeah.
Well, that's
No
fucked.
smell, no taste.
but I think that's I don't know.
Well, then I'll be an Olympian. I won't.
This is
food
true.
won't
Just
matter
eat fucking
anymore.
grass and chicken all day.
That's
I'll
fair.
just I'll be looking like Ghost now.
That's fair.
I had to hype him up a little bit. We've been mean to him.
Okay, he still showed up tonight. I was a little skeptical.
Well, boys,
Dude,
I'm about to go grill a nice little New York strip. I got a New York strip with some asparagus and carrots tonight.
Oh, nice. I got to go cooking right now as well. I got a tri-tip I'm going to make.
Nice.
Got some leftover chimney from last night.
Any leftover words we missed? Anything we want to cover?
Anything else? Any parting words and parting thoughts, fellas? The road to 500 starts Sunday. Yo, if we win Sunday, we're back. Like,
yeah,
I mean, we're back into it or not.
I'm back. I am 100% back. Because dude, that's the good and the bad that comes with that narrative, and that statistic that I didn't create. You think that I created that statistic of beating a winning team? It pulls me back in because, dude, like if they lose again, it's the fucking movie is still going.
Dude,
it's a 5-year movie. It's a 5-year movie.
I looked up some of those game scores from the Texans, and it's ugly. Like, we should be able to beat them.
It's kind of funny the way that DJ was talking about the Texans. I'm like, is he talking about?
Are they 8-3 or
Shanahan tree?
Bro, he was not
Shanahan tree, bro. It's a thing. It's a thing for all of them.
Yeah.
He really saw. Like I came into this episode and I said it. Like I wasn't that confident, and then he started talking, and I was like,
yeah, I was like, all right,
we might beat the shit out of these boys.
Yeah.
We got a chance.
I'm afraid to hype us up this week. I'm afraid.
There's no better person to have on to tell us about what's going to happen during this game, but he said it's going to be close. He doesn't even know who to pick. So
as soon as he said they can't guard the middle of the field, I was like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, Joe, tell him about this right here. Tell him what we got planned for the end of the season.
So at the end of this season, what we're going to do is we're going to do best takes and worst takes.
Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of work to do cutting that up, but I'll do it.
Not for me. I got a ton of worst takes, brother. Don't worry.
Oh no, you're easy. I'll knock you out quick. 4 minutes, like Ghost.
The good thing about Joe's takes that are bad is like they're hopeful. So like his is like, oh, so what? The guy thought we were gonna be awesome. Like it's like
exactly. That's what I was trying to explain to people. I'm like, yo, I don't care if you dunk on me, dude. I'm just positive, dude. Like, I think the world of this team, and at the end of the day, if it doesn't happen, like, oh, poor me. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about it?
I thought we were gonna get out of here without Ghost going on a tangent about the defense.
Right.
We almost made it.
He's not seeing it still. He won't look up.
He hasn't seen it. He's looking at something else.
Just
don't.
Save it. Look. I hope your defense comes to play on Sunday, bro.
There you go.
Is there any? Have we heard anything about Chubb like at all?
CB was good.
He's not going to play, dude. It doesn't matter. He's not going to play this season.
I truly think they activated those dudes just like a break glass thing, but like I think they just activated them so they can run out of 21 days and they can say they're not going to make it back this year.
Dude, he probably had a full. I don't know the surgery he got, but I don't know where you can find that information, but without breaking laws. But he probably got a full reconstruction, dude. Like that's not the Achilles is way easier to recover from a full reconstruction of a knee. Like he probably got a cadaver and all that.
I will say that I'm a lot more nervous about the Niners than I am the Texans.
No,
and I will be there in person.
They're not.
I will say this, Ghost, since you said that.
The Niners that you're scared of. There's Debo's out here talking about like he's fine. He's just not getting enough touches. Did you see he got community noted?
Yeah.
He leads his team in drops. He is actually struggling.
He's struggling. Yeah.
He could be our Debo though.
For real?
Elite community notes. On the way out, do you guys think that McDaniel has the testicular fortitude to put Isaiah Wynn back in at guard so we can start running the ball again?
We don't even know how healthy he is, dude. He just got activated just in case, I think. Like
he hasn't played in forever. How can he not even be
in shape? He might not even be in shape. He's suiting up, but he might not even be in shape.
Hey, let's just be happy he's suiting up. God forbid somebody goes
Here's
down.
my final take on the Isaiah Wynn thing. So we all wanted that to be a thing, but I heard something in the broadcast Sunday that made me think. Robert Jones has been a starting guard all year. This is the first time we've had the same unit for like a majority of the year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're going to take the consistency at this point.
But it's not
and
good.
Listen, it's not a great O-line, but this is, whether you like it or not, this is the best O-line we've seen in the last few years. So like it or not, the O-line is better, but it's just not great. It's not going to be great, though. Mm-hmm. I think the O-line is better, though. And a lot of it, I think, is the communication. They're not missing like crazy stunt. Remember when they used to always miss the stunt?
Oh,
always miss the stunt.
Does AJ come back after this week? He could?
AJ, I think is done.
No, he's out for the season, dude. Yeah, he got
it was
dude. He got an ACL.
it was a season ender. And yeah.
Oh, it was? I thought it was just
ACL.
I didn't think it was. Oh, well, fuck. Well,
Damn,
right, well,
dude, Eric's been living in fantasy. He was like, well, it's all good. AJ's coming back.
I thought he was. I don't know. I
You're
don't know
gonna get the
how I
band
got
back
that.
together, bro.
I don't know how I got that messed up. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's a lot of shit to digest, especially with injuries. It's the Dolphin thing that we never know what the hell's going on. But
it's tough.
no, I think they're rolling with the unit. The chemistry's there. Like
It's
it or
just
not,
good
I'm
to
not
have
saying,
a body there in case somebody goes down.
and I don't think the O-line's perfect by any stretch, but
No. But we're making it work right now.
it is better than it has been, and if that means chemistry, then hey, roll with it, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. All right, boys. Well,
Cook them, Karen.
Sorry, y'all. It's a lot.
Karen on your ass, dude.
Hey, good to see you guys. Appreciate
Great
everybody
to see you
rocking with
guys
us
after a win.
always on another Victory Tuesday. Season's on the line on Sunday. Hopefully the boys come through. But until next time, fins up, y'all.
Masterclass by the defense. Fins up.
Appreciate y'all.